my name's Hayley and thank you ever so much for coming to this channel. This is a brand new kind of experience for me. Never really recorded anything, done video editing, so these are not going to be the most professional videos, but I am going to try my best. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm from northeast of England. I'm not a professional artist in any way. This is just a passion and something that I love to do. And I'm hoping to just share my journey, inspire others. And I'm hoping to do a little bit of a focus on doing colour alongs and hints and tips on more accessible art materials. So in the UK, it is very hard to get these high-end products such as Prismacolor pencils, polychromos are quite expensive. And if you're new to colouring or new to art in general, you're not going to pay a fortune for these materials, and you want to try these things out before you start making investments in it and see the differences. So I am going to aim some of my channel towards accessible, budget-friendly products and how we can create art that we're proud of using those products. So just to show you some of the work I've done over the last year to give you an idea of things I've loved to do. And like I said, I'm no professional, but hopefully you enjoy something that you do see. Finding it's always a good start, isn't it? So, just going to zoom you in a little bit. Yeah, so this is my first piece that I done in Emily Oberg's Fairy Tales and Folklore book. This was a relaunch of her book, and it's one of the first times I've actually done anything portrait wise. This was all done with Prismacolor pencils, and it was my first one using Prismacolor pencils, but I actually love what I got out of it. This wasn't doing any colour along, it was just following my own instincts, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And part of art for me is playing around with things and seeing what you can produce. I have done this one as well, which was inspired by Emily Illustrator, which if you haven't seen her YouTube channel, definitely pop across and have a look. This was done using Ergo Soft Staedtler pencils, so they are a very budget friendly pencil, but you can get some brilliant results. And Emily Illustrator has some brilliant hints and tips about using different colour combinations to create these shadow effects, for example, but this is something I will hopefully cover as time goes on. I'm not gonna lie, I do love something nice and easy, especially when life gets hectic. So things like these spiroglyphics have been something I've just loved to do. When I'm watching TV, I've only got 10 minutes in between childcare, just filling these in is sometimes really lovely. Joanna Basford's Small Victory is also another book which I have done a lot of work in over the last year or so. Again, there's been a mixture of colour pencils. I haven't recorded all the ones I've used. I feel like this may have been Arteza, but this one which I've been working on recently is Crayola pencil. So I want to be able to demonstrate how you can create some really lovely effects with Crayola, even though it is a slightly different technique to get those vivid images compared to using something like Prismacolor. You've also got things like this, where it is literally just pastels, soft pastels, and one pen that I've used to create this effect. There's a few other pieces which aren't quite finished. And again, this was first playing with watercolours, so that's kind of the style of things I've done. I do still follow some colour alongs. So this page here, I'll just move these out the way. This is based on a cover along by my Colourful Country Life. Karen across there is absolutely lovely, and she makes these follow alongs which are so easy to follow. I used a mixture of combinations from her and from a few other places such as Ink and Hue Colouring. Again, she's absolutely wonderful to follow for colour alongs and is a great channel to just check on. A lot of these books I actually haven't done a lot in, but hopefully as I build up this channel there'll be more completed and used. This is going just on my own back, no colour alongs. Can't remember what pencils, it might have been Ergo Softs, but this is me just playing around and having some fun before Christmas. This was me testing a new acrylic marker, and I don't like this page, but I'm glad I done it, because whilst I don't like the background, it did give us a chance to test some markers that I got off Temu, and I actually got another set also from Temu which I was able to compare, and the other set worked much better. But I will show my collections throughout the videos, no doubt. This page was a challenge. My husband chose 4 different colour pencils, and I literally had to complete the full page in these colour pencils. I did add a black in just to add a little bit of contrast, but yeah, I really had to push to get this done, but I did get it done. Again, these little miniatures, these small victories as Joanna would call them, I done recently because I then covered my book in a protective film. World of Flowers. This is unfortunately the start of my recent obsession with colouring. I have coloured pretty much since being a child, and even through the teenage years, early adult years. I did buy 1 or 2 colouring books, so I definitely had a couple of Joanna Basford's earlier books, but I hadn't done anything major on them. And then when I gave birth, I was really struggling mental health wise and bought World of Flowers. And this cover page I'm actually really proud of. I done this during my son's nap times in the first 6 months of his life, and this was all done using, I believe it was Ergo soft pencils, but I'm just so proud of how it came out, and I feel like my colour combinations worked really well. What I'm planning to do at some point is actually recreate this page on the back, but with Prismacolors, so I can see how my colouring and things that I've learned over the last few years has changed, and if it shows an improvement. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what I can do with that. Again, this was something where I just worked on 5 minutes here and there, and I feel this was just with a non-brand pencil, but they were really cheap and really budget friendly. And then just to show you something I've done more recently is this floral dragon. This entire thing was done with Crayola pencils and paints from the pound shop, so nothing expensive, yet you can see a really nice combined effect. And this is the type of thing I want to show how you can create using things like Crayola. This was a colour along from my Colourful Country Life, and yeah, absolutely love it. Labour of work, took a couple of weeks, but this is right up my alley, is the things I like to do. This is just another one I have done within the last few months. This is me just playing around. A lot of my colour combinations I do get from my Colourful Country Life, and she has a full series of different colour combinations, which I tend to borrow. But it was just to show you a little bit of my style. And if you can see these sparkly pens that I've got on the crown, these are from The Works. Not expensive in any way, shape or form, but you can get some really good effects. This is my most recent page that I've literally just finished last week. Is with Prismacolor pencils, which are expensive, but I just thoroughly enjoyed this. It took only a couple of days because I was so engrossed in it. Another page I have done this year is this one. Can't remember what colours pencils I used. Feel like it might have been Prismacolors, but I'm not 100%. But again, this is something I'm really proud of, and I feel even just looking at these 2 pages, there's a massive difference to when I first started colouring a few years ago. I'm not quite sure which book I've got something in of years ago, but oh yeah, so this one isn't even finished. But this is a good 5-6 years ago, and you can see, oh, it's not blended great. Colour combinations aren't great, so this is actually going to be something I rework and show you the process of how I rework it. Like I said, I am planning on mainly focusing on budget-friendly combinations and just showing my journey, so there will be some colour alongs with Prismas, but I hope you've just found some joy in colouring and hopefully following the channel. Art and creating art and crafting isn't about the end product. I'm very much an advocate of this is for you to enjoy the process, for you to have some time for yourself. And I really hope you enjoy getting to know me and my channel. And if there's any videos or things you want to see or products from the UK you want more information on, please leave comments, no matter how long ago this video was. And I'll always have a look and I'll see what I can do. But thank you for listening, and bye bye for now.